Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. The weekend is here. You know how we always do it on Talking Trends. We give you all the gist that's been happening from Monday up to Friday. And we also tell you to take it down, take a glass of something, a bottle of anything that helps you relax on the weekend. Take the edge off. You get. So this week, it has been quite eventful. Who has been watching Davido's story on IG? He's like, I don't even know how to talk about that story. But anyways, we'll get to that shortly. And today on the show, I have a very special guest. Yes, I say he's a very special guest because he's a very hard man to track down. I've been tracking this man for close to, for over 6 months now. And he doesn't reply to messages. When he picks calls, he will just be like, yeah, I heard you. Never mind, scratch that. He is Mike Ezewalia, aka Pretty Mike of Lagos. The only pretty weird Mike of Lagos. He's pretty, yeah? Look at him.
I appreciate.
So what's up now, Oga? Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
Good evening.
All joy.
You're hard to track down. No? I've been trying my best.
Why do people say that?
It comes with the, celebrity perks. Always.
I'm not a celebrity.
Really?
A lot of people try to say I'm a celebrity or put me in the category of celebrities, but I'm not. Thanks.
Okay, so how do you respond when people say, whenever in interviews and all of that, they say, oh, who is Pretty Mike? So how do you respond when someone says, who is Pretty Mike of Lagos?
Well, in a nutshell, I think I'm just a young man having fun, also a businessman, most important. But at the end of the day, I just try to stand out. I do things that make me happy first.
Okay.
So I think of me first, and then put every other person, because it's important nowadays that we look for a way to make ourselves happy, do things that interest us. And you know what? Social media has given a lot of people the opportunities to actually bring out that other side of them. You see a lot of our friends now that do skits and probably dress up like women and stuff like that. That's their innermost part that probably couldn't have been showcased if not for social media. Trust me, social media is probably one of the few places now we all go to relieve ourselves.
So in other words, you're saying it has done more good than harm?
Definitely. Now, the harm part, I think I'll tell people that social media is probably one of the biggest reasons why we have the highest rate of divorces in the country currently.
Say that again.
Yes, social media is one of the reasons why we have the highest rate of divorces in the country currently.
Can you elaborate?
Yes, definitely. You know what?
To be educated.
I tell a lot of people that social media has given a lot of women a better self-esteem to either be gone from a certain bondage probably their husbands or their partners might have put them in. For someone to have a self-esteem, for you to have your self-esteem back, it's a great thing. Why should I be in something that I'm being suppressed? I'm depressed. Psychologically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I'm down. And I'm doing that over and over and over and over the years. Trust me, it's not a good thing. Some of our parents, trust me, if it was in the era of social media, some of our parents would not be married.
Yeah, I know.
Let's not shy away from that. Some of us saw our mothers living literally, in fact, dying literally in the marriages.
But the part where they come to bring it on social media and then you have this advocacy.
People talking about it?
Yes, giving various advice. Is it really?
Yeah, but no.
So I said, is it good?
Now, in terms of people bringing their personal issues to social media, I'm not a big fan of it. But you know what? Once in a while it's okay. Is that what makes you feel? Because you know why I said once in a while it's okay? Sometimes you see people have physical fights, right? Let's say two guys decide to have a physical fight. people will say, let them fight. Because you know what? Sometimes that's what it really requires. You have to let that anger, whatever it is, or if you have a female friend, you want to yell. Sometimes you want to yell, let it loose. So for me, bringing social media, sometimes they feel like they need to let something loose. They might have had something bottled up all for such a long time. They just need to scream. But you know what? Me and you here have also seen a lot of people that have brought some of their issues, personal issues to social media, have gone and lived a better life. And not necessarily, I'll dip into the two-faced Libya, for example. I mean, when it happened, I'm sure me and you probably thought, oh, this is the end of the world for them. You know what? But it's a man and woman thing. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to tell anybody how to live in their homes. You're talking about social media. Have you forgotten that when we were little, we used to see husband and wives fight on the streets, where the whole neighborhood will see them fight? At the end of the day, they will still make up. Is that street, not social media? For us back then, it is. Still doesn't mean they didn't make up. And in fact, you're probably like, this woman, you're very stupid. Why you still go back? But they've made up and they're back in the house. So it's simply with social media. Social media is like them coming out to fight physically in the neighborhood, as in the whole neighbors.
So social media is the neighborhood of
today. Of today, right? And we see it happen, and we have seen some fight on social media and still make up.
So now we're talking about celebrity fights and all of that. Let's talk about Rude Boy and Peter.
Okay.
I mean, they're back now.
Yes.
So I want to know if we're to now call them P Square or call them Mr. Rude and Mr. Peter. Well, I mean, the fights. Yes. They came on social media. They fought on social media. Sure. Some people are now saying, okay, they actually owe some people some apologies.
Well, I don't believe anybody owes anybody anything in this life. You know what? You came to this world by yourself. You're probably going to leave by yourself. You really don't owe anybody anything. Now, at the end of the day, if they want to sit down and give us a press conference where we can ask them questions and they can answer us, that's fine. It's not a must. It's not a by force. I don't always like people to always feel or stipulate like thing is a must. No, there are still two young men still healing, because we see them hugging and kissing and all that doesn't mean they're fully healed. It's a wound. Let's not forget it's a wound, and it's a gradual process. Let's not expect automatically they're probably going to drop an album next week. No.
I'm sure that's what the fans are expecting.
Exactly. But you know what? That's a wrong intuition for people to have. We should understand that they're still human beings.
Yeah.
It's a wound, a deep wound that is healing. Let's allow it heal. At the end of the day, if they feel it has fully, if you have a wound, you will know when the wound has fully healed.
When it's fully healed.
Even sometimes you will touch it, it has not fully healed, but you decide to still scrape it and re-injure it. That's you doing yourself. You know what I'm saying? So in this process where we think that they have healed, they might not have fully healed. So let's allow them do their thing.
I'm going to ask you a question,
yes,
but you answer after the break.
Okay.
Are you married?
Oh.
Don't answer.
Lovely question.
We'll be right back. So before the break, I asked if you were married. Because me and a whole lot of other people want to really know what's going on. Because there was a time you portrayed 6 beautiful pregnant women. I don't speak wrong English now. That is to show you that.
When I portrayed them, I didn't portray them as my wives. They were my baby mamas. There's a difference.
Okay, you portrayed them as baby mamas.
They were never portrayed as my
But there was also a wedding part as well now.
Yes.
So
those were different.
Okay, they are different women.
Yes. Those are like my concubines.
You see, when I say you're weird, this is it. So explain to us. You had 6 women pregnant, and then there was even, they've all given birth. You also brought all of them out.
And their birthdays are coming up this November. We'll have a nice party.
So did you give them belle? Did you give them belle?
Exactly. Go ahead. See? She's catching cruise here.
how do they speak that English?
It's okay, go ahead. Anyhow,
You give them benefit at the same time.
Well, I mean, let's assume everybody got pregnant the same month. Does not necessarily mean we had sex the same day.
Okay, that's the part I've been trying to understand.
Yeah.
Because I was arguing with someone.
Right.
Like, so he's with the 6 ladies.
Same day, right?
Someone I said it was an orgy.
Oh.
I'm like, but there's no way they all could have gotten pregnant. Like, simultaneously like that. Because the kids, when they came out, it looked like as if like they're all...
Well, our God is an awesome God. Can never put anything past him.
Okay, so I think I need you to talk to us about that. I mean, the women and the babies.
The women, the babies. I mean, they're my kids.
They're your kids.
I mean,
And you're married to their mothers.
I've explained that part.
Are you married?
I'm not married. So let's not get that confused. I'm still in the market.
You need to be audible. He's still in the market.
Still in the market. Still
Can
in
I shoot my shot?
Hey! As you're shooting it, my hairs are standing.
Okay. So...
Yeah, so I'm still in the market. But I mean, I think a lot of people have misconceptualized me. Probably don't understand me, which is okay. I'm not at liberty to explain myself to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah.
Right? I look at my lifestyle, look at my Instagram page, look at me, and whatever things you think you can coin out as who to this person is, that's fine. That person is who I am. However way you want to paint me, positive or negative, and you say, oh, this is who I believe Pretty Mike is, to me it's fine. You know what? Because we're in a society where we cannot explain to everybody.
Yeah.
We cannot be accountable to everybody. But those that know me intimately, personally, my close friends and family, they know a different side of me.
Coming over to your house, and by the way, he's hosting us in his house today. Yay. So, coming over to your house, I was like, okay, what am I expecting? There's this whole, okay, how am I supposed to talk to him?
Right.
How am I supposed to behave around him? You know, but that's actually not who you are, because on social media you're a different kind of person. You bring out a different kind of content every time, and then there's some people out there who are looking up to you, who like Pretty Mike of Lagos and want to be like him.
The key word to what you said is content.
Okay.
Once everybody believes that what you're portraying is a content, then I believe we should be all intelligent enough, smart enough to know that, you know what? This is pure content.
But it's not everybody, you know, there are fans.
Yeah,
there are those people they call die-hard fans.
That's the problem we have. We've had this problem in our society for the longest. Even for some of the artists, right? Actors and actresses that are actually the real celebrities. There are a lot of actors and actresses that me and you know they're just purely acting.
Yeah.
And you know what? These so-called die-hard fans still want to emulate.
Yeah. Even sometimes when they even see them out on the street, they'll be like,
exactly.
This thing you did in this
right,
film.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not what I'm saying is our society needs to come off of that. It's a bad behavior.
Hey, so what's up? Have you sent Davido his 1 million naira?
My man, no, not yet. You know, but he's yet to call me yet, though. But I mean, we'll get there. His birthday is still on Sunday. Yeah.
So how do you even look at what he's doing? I mean, because there's now people out. I always say people because a lot of people are saying, oh, he should give the money to charity, or he should do this with the money, he should do that with the money. And then what's your take on it? I mean,
for me, I'm not to tell him what to do with his money. People need to stop telling people what to do with their money.
We've agreed that most of the things we see on social media are just content, people just acting. So how do you come up with those contents? Because there's a particular video you went to, I think it was a wedding ceremony. You went with someone dressed as a babalao.
Right. I've done that twice.
Yes. What's up with that? Why do you even, how do you come up with these things in your head?
I just believe to think out of the box, which is something I think a lot of people need to try and start doing. Why think like everybody else? That means we're all probably fishing from the same water. The question is, even if there's a lot of fish there, that pond at some point would dry up. So who's thinking out of the norm? Try to go the other way. Instead of fishing from the water, try fishing from the mud. Because in every pond, there's a mud somewhere. And of course, hopefully you'll find something there. BBC had an interview with me, and I think I explained deeply some of these things that I do. A lot of people said, oh, you went to the wedding with a babalawo and all that. And I'm like, yes, I did. And I'll do it again over and over and over again. And they're like, that's bad. I said, who said babalawo is a bad thing? Our society has automatically coined your traditional medicine men as bad, as negative. Exactly my point of view. The other way around. We never do look things the other way around. Because prior to me and you growing up, maybe our parents, they were in the village, whatever, before even they probably knew Christianity or the Muslim, there was a traditional medicine man that they all went to. Even before the medical doctors came into, there was a traditional medicine man.
So why would you even go to a wedding with
a traditional medicine
babalawo?
Good. Because if I went to for me, I believe we stereotype a lot. We discriminate a lot. If I was to go to a particular wedding now with my pastor, nobody would say anything. It's okay.
When they say come to a wedding, bring a plus one, it's usually bring a woman or a girlfriend or a wife or something. You went with a babalawo.
Yes.
As your plus one. Plus
one does not necessarily mean a opposite sex. So.
I know.
Exactly. Okay. You come with your friends. I can come with my pastor. I can come with my imam. I can bring my friends along. My friends from the office. But if I decide to come with a traditional medicine man, doesn't mean there's anything bad there either. Let's stop discriminating.
So that's what you were trying to portray?
Yes, let's stop discriminating. Yeah.
Okay. So what's your deja vu when you probably have gone out, you're back? How do you take off the edge? I mean, whenever you're just walking through this door, what comes to your mind? What is that thing that overwhelms you? Because I think there's a whole lot of pressure out there.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know this. I'm an intro and an extro. Yeah.
But you can't be both, man. You're either an intro or an
No,
extro.
I'm probably one of those few ones that are both.
Weird.
Right. I'm very outgoing, very spontaneous, or at least that's what people see. But that's not me. I don't even like it. I don't like going out.
But you're into the nightlife. How come you don't like it?
Because it's my major source of income.
Okay.
That's what makes me an extra. You know, once the outgoing part and the socializing and the partying and the mingling, which I don't like, but since it brings the income, you're forced to embrace it. By the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I like to be in my own space.
There are a lot of young people, because most of us these days, we just go to social media and look at people's lifestyle and look at what people are doing and look at the ones we can emulate, right? So what do you have to tell that young man, that young woman who is trying to find their feet and then using, I always go back to social media. Social media is a yardstick, because whenever we see things on social media, this person is driving a Lambo, we don't even care about how they, came into all of this money. But we just want to be like those people. What's your advice? What do you have to tell that person?
For me, I would say all that glitters is not gold. Don't think it's somewhere you just go and pick up a particular habit and But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with seeing someone that maybe is similar to you or has a similar kind of business or similar kind of idea to something you probably thought about and decided to copy him, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've had people try to emulate one or two things that I've done that has worked for them. I've also had some that I've emulated that didn't work for them, you know. So a lot also has to do with grace. I think people have to be prayerful.
Are you prayerful?
Oh yes.
Oh wow.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So outside all of this,
I'm very close to the Lord. I'm also a born again Christian.
You're a born again Christian.
Yes.
Pretty Mike of Lagos.
Definitely.
Oh, wow.
Definitely.
Ladies, are you listening? He's a born again Christian.
Yeah, definitely. Now mind that we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of the Lord, and every day we still ask for His forgiveness. I mean, because we're not perfect. Still doesn't mean that we don't know where we are from.
Okay, so I'm going to say something and then you tell me whatever pops into your head.
Okay.
Mike.
Jordan.
Excuse you?
You said tell you what pops into my mind.
And you said
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah, like Mike Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
Water.
Fella.
Music.
Davido.
Really? Like a die-hard fan of Davido.
No, I'm a die-hard fan of his personality, his uniqueness, his ability to carry people. I think David is a god in human form. He's unique, he's exceptional. A lot of people probably would doubt that, but let's look at it. He's probably the only artist right now that has a lot of artists under him that are successful. Nobody else has that. He has a record label that has at least maybe over 10 artists under him that are successful. Nobody has that. He has the large followership in terms of crowd. Nobody has that. He has shown a lot of love and support. And he's unique. His upbringing was a little different. Grew up as a son of a billionaire, still not cocky or proud, still down to earth.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We can argue that. Argue that with your keyboard. I know. See them.
Life.
Pretty Mike.
Wow. Woo. Life. Pretty Mike. Okay. Women.
Problematic people. Oh.
It's a lie. It's a lie. I don't agree. Please, something else. Something else.
Problematic people. Oh.
Something else. Women. Something else.
Women. When women come to my mind, I see a lot of curves. I'm a man of curves, and I'm a big fan of all these women doing bum bum now. Shout
You're
out
a big fan of them.
Yes, shout out. Yeah, I've sponsored quite a number of them. I'm proud to say that.
Sponsored women doing bum bum.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Okay, I want to say amen to that part.
Yes.
And that's the one I want to say amen to.
Go ahead. I enjoy it.
All right, so it's been quite amazing talking with you.
Thank you.
You know, so ask me a question.
When you see me, what do you think of?
Pretty. And then I can also shoot my shots.
Hey, she's been shooting though. I'm not going to lie. But I mean, I like your personality. I like your drive.
Okay.
I mean, I like your spirit. I like the way you.
Are you shooting now? Because we gotta be on the same page.
You are dead already. I shot you already. You're killed.
Oh,
I've nabbed you. Titi.
Actor no did die. So that's much you can take today on Talking Trends. I mean, it's been quite an interesting, amazing talking with you. I mean, now I think I also learned. Now I think I have a little bit of a mindset change, you know, as to social media, and then who most celebrities, we always, you know, portray them in a different light, but they're actually humans at the end of the day.
Humans,
yeah. So I think I learned that from you today. So I mean, thank you for talking with us. And at the end of the show, we always raise our glass and say cheers to the weekend. So we make a toast.
Cheers.
It's the weekend.
To the weekend.
Bye, all.
Bye.